Bismillah. The year is 1598 and Tsar Feodor the First of Russia is laid to rest. With his death ends the family of Ivan the Terrible, and he is succeeded by his regent and brother-in-law Boris Godunov. Most sources say one of the reasons why Russia descended into chaos soon after this was because the Rurikid Dynasty was extinct. And this brings us to a question. Did Rurikid Dynasty really become extinct? And if yes, then how? And if no, then who survived? The short answer is no. Going a few centuries back, we realize that the Rurikid dynasty was descended from a prince called Rurik. Rurik was a pagan, but his great-grandson Vladimir converted to Christianity. Vladimir was succeeded by his son Yaroslav the Wise, and after his death, the dynasty split into three branches, each descending from one of his sons who managed to take the throne. A descendant of one of these branches was Vladimir Monomakh, who was the relative of a Byzantine emperor in the female line. His descendants included Alexander Nevsky, who is famous for defeating the Crusader knights at the Battle of Neva River, and also his brother Andrei. Andrei was the progenitor of Shuisky family who are suspected to have poisoned Ahmed the Terrible's mother and possibly his wife. It is said that they wanted to take the throne. Originally descended from Alexander's brother, they claimed to be descended from Alexander's son Andrei so that they could relate themselves more closely to the Danilovichy. Danilovichy was the house of Daniel. Daniel was Alexander's son who became the first prince of Moscow, and from him descended all the princes of Moscow. One of these princes, Ivan the Terrible, was the first Tsar. Now, some of you might wonder, do members of this dynasty still exist, given that only the Danilovichy was the one who became extinct and the war began? Well, the answer is, even though lots of branches of this dynasty are now extinct, there are still branches that exist even today. And in fact, Rurikid dynasty is one of the oldest royal families in Europe. There is a branch of this family called the House of Monomakh, and from this, the Shakhovsky, Khilkov, Lobanov, Rostovsky, and Gagarin family are still around. And yes, Yuri Gagarin, the famous astronaut, was not a member of the royal family. You might be surprised to hear this, but not all Rurikids followed the same religion. Like that's how vast their descendants were. Their descendants not only in the Catholic families of Europe, but even in Muslim states they had descendants. Sultan of Rome Khalid Arslan II claimed descent from Rurik, and there was an Ottoman prince. Previously he was Byzantine, but later he joined the Ottoman service. Mehmed Pasha, previously known as Andreas, who was also a descendant of Rurik. In other words, Rurik has lots of descendants, but many are unknown. Thank you very much for watching, and a special thanks to the acknowledgements you can see on my screen. The links are provided in the description in case you wanna go and check it out.